Hello there, I'm Pat Whalen, back again with another edition of Yesterday's News for Monday, January 30th, the 10th day of the Trump presidency with a very exciting weekend behind us. First tweet from Benjamin Young Savage. Trump closed the White House comment line, so people are calling his hotels. This is interesting. In an effort to be more something, President Trump shut down the comment lines usually reserved for the public to call the White House. In the past, when you'd been greeted by an operator or given a chance to leave your comments on a recording, now callers are greeted with a recording that instructs them to instead Facebook message the White House, a feature that doesn't exist. How about that? Let's move on to the weekend's festivities having to do with foreign governments. Donald Trump hosted the Prime Minister of England, don't you know? Her name is Theresa May, and they had a nice conversation, then gave a very terrific press conference. Just amazing. Next tweets from Jim Watterson. Mentions of special relationship in Theresa May's speech, 8. Number of times Theresa May's name was misspelled in the White House briefing, 3. If you think that's bad, check this out. That wasn't the only conversation President Trump had with a foreign dignitary over the weekend. He also spoke to Chancellor Angela Merkel of Germany. Best tweet I've seen about this conversation comes from Kevin Liptak at CNN. He tweets, Merkel's office says she explained the Geneva Convention over the phone to Trump on Saturday. Oh boy. I'm sure he just needed a little refresher course. It's been a while since AP Gov for me too. But as luck would have it, speaking of not understanding the basic rights of humans around the world, a tweet from Liam Stack. Liam writes for the New York Times and he tweeted thusly. One detail of all this chaos, Bannon and Miller overruled Homeland Security to insist that green card holders be banned. You can read the little snippet there. It says that the White House ignored the advice of the Department of Homeland Security. That order came from the president's inner circle, led by Stephen Miller and Stephen Bannon. More on Bannon in a minute, but just interesting that this cadre inside the White House would say, we know better than the Department of Homeland Security. Continuing on the line of thought about the ban that isn't a ban but is referred to as a ban, a tweet from C.S. Dickey. Melania Trump's own immigration lawyer condemns refugee ban. The lawyer's name is Michael Wiles, and he represented Melania Trump when she was being questioned about her immigration status not too long ago. A quote from Michael in the article states, this is scary stuff for America's legacy of immigration, for business, and for our hospitality. I hate to argue, but I think we're all set on hospitality. Check out those Trump hotels. They're very nice. Give them a call. They're terrific. I hear from very smart people. They're very nice. A nice detail I discovered in all this immigration ban nonsense is this. A tweet from Brian Chesky, the CEO of Airbnb, who tweeted, Airbnb is providing free housing to refugees and anyone not allowed in the U.S. I thought that was a nice thing to do. So back to Bannon. A tweet from Christopher Miller, who tweets that Steve Bannon's appointment to the National Security Council Principals Committee should keep everyone up at night. You can see in the retweet of that tweet that Steve Bannon is equal in status to the Secretaries of State and Defense now. Why should this keep everyone up at night, you ask? Well, besides this tweet from John Schindler, a great tweeter and former NSA employee who said, U.S. government has a whole national security system devised to prevent crazy and or stupid decisions by a tiny coterie in the White House. Trump just threw all that out. You may also remember Steve Bannon as the guy over the weekend who said the media should keep its mouth shut. I thought the most elegant reply to Steve Bannon's suggestion to the media came from Yashar this weekend, who tweeted, Steve Bannon said media needs to keep his mouth shut. I'd publish Bannon's entire divorce file instead. Ooh, and it's nasty. Don't read it. That would be rude. Link in description. Don't read it. Rounding out the weekend at the Trump White House, he decided to watch Finding Dory on Sunday for some reason that escapes me. This briefly felt humanizing and even cute that the president would sit down and watch a Pixar movie from a beloved franchise that we all know and love. But I was reminded in a tweet from Max Tanney, the politics reporter for Business Insider, that this movie is about an individual who was forcibly detained during an attempt to reunite with her family. As always, I thank you for watching. I'm Pat Whalen. Come back tomorrow where I'll talk about today.